Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Ariana Neal about Archive 81, which is streaming worldwide now on Netflix. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, Pete. Thank you for having me.
This show is so cool. It's so awesome. There's so much happening. And I just want to say you do such a great job as Jess in this show.
Thank you.
We're going to get into it. Let's just go back to kind of storytelling and how that kind of started for you. When did you decide that acting, storytelling, performing was something you want to do?
So I actually started acting when I was about 5 or 6. So I began singing when I was really, really little, just doing it around the house for fun. And when me and my parents moved to Georgia, I decided to audition for America's Got Talent. So that was a cool process. I was 5. I went to like the celebrity judge round with the original judges with like Simon Cowell and all that, the live audience. It was a really cool experience. But yeah, after that, I decided I wanted to try out acting, see if that was a cool path to try out at like 6. And yeah, I've been storytelling ever since.
And it's one of those things too where there's so much happening in storytelling. There's so much going on right now, such amazing content. What excites you specifically about storytelling, Ariana?
So my favorite part about storytelling is just the ability to become a different person and like share different perspectives of these pretty cool characters they get to create. Like with Jess, it's such an interesting, unique backstory, and yet having that ability to like make them relatable and like make them really interesting to watch on the screen is like my favorite part. But
absolutely. So Archive 81 is streaming now on Netflix. Can you believe it?
I can't. I really can't.
There's so much happening and so much happening with your character. I mean, my question, like, how do you prepare for it? Can you even prepare for a role like Jess?
Oh man, Jess was something. Going in auditioning for Jess, I just went in there as myself. Amidst all the crazy strangeness that happens in the show, preparing for her, I just really did a deep dive into like similar genre movies. Yep. So like me and my mom, we love watching like psychological thrillers. So I watch like Poltergeist, Dark Skies, Rosemary's Baby, to really get into like having that kind of mode for Jess. So it was a pretty cool process.
And it's interesting you say that because my next question, one of my favorite things about this show is there's so much kind of happening. It obviously has that label of being kind of psychological thriller, the horror component has that, but it has so much kind of happening. Like there's so much going on genre-wise. Like, did you know that you were working on a genre-bending show? Like it is a genre-bending show if you think about it.
I mean, you got the different timelines, you got the different intros that have these like psychological horror and suspense, and like you have like these aspects of like lightheartedness and like fun. So it was a ride. It was really cool, but it was kind of like what excited me most about the project is being able to like explore these different genres of like psychological thriller and having like this documentary style suspense is what I think makes Archive pretty unique. And it was just my favorite part about being a part of it.
But even Jess has some moments, just like conversations that like Jess is having and everything. It's just moments where those are like the scariest. Like it's just so uncomfortable, like what like characters say to each other. You know what I mean by that? Like it's just
it's funny because Jess is like this she's like this freshman, like 14-year-old. Like she's worrying about her homework, her laundry, like what money she's gonna make from the other tenants, like all this, and then you have the strangeness of like the cult like activities that she's involved with. So it's really like a 360 each episode.
And like we said too, like the trailer dropped and like everyone was hooked right away. Like there's so much happening in the trailer. What was the reception like with your family and friends when the trailer dropped?
Oh, they were all excited. They knew I went away to do this project, but then they're like, oh wait, it's coming out. Like I saw the trailer. Like it's kind of scary. Like a lot of my friends and family were like scared to watch it. They still are. But I'm like, no, it's fine. Just don't watch it at night. It'll be okay. Like the trailer is really intense, but I definitely think it's a nice progression throughout the series. So it's not too much. But
Was it interesting to see and again, it's not like a spoiler, but like I watched the whole show. I mean, there's growth with Jess, and although it is like it's 8 episodes, I believe, right?
oh, yeah.
There's 8 episodes, and like there's time for like a lot of characters arc to kind of build and everything. It's not like an hour and 30-minute movie, right? Where it's quick and like there's time. But I feel like like Jess's character, the growth is pretty speedy at times. Like you kind of see the arc kind of develop. Do you know what I mean by that a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. The show overall is like considered like a slow burning kind of suspense.
Not with Jess.
Jess, right off the bat, episode 1, you already know there's something up with her. So we don't make that a secret.
Not at all.
It allows it to like see the more tender sides as we kind of progress through the series. And it kind of just lays it all out there. Like you get Jess as she is. And I think that's one of the coolest things about her that I love. So
it drops on Netflix. It instantly has a global audience because it's available in over 190 countries. People have a chance to see it. It's mind-blowing. And I don't think it will ever stop being mind-blowing. But what's it like to be now part of the Netflix family, Ariana, where your show can be seen by so many people from all around the world so quick? It's pretty crazy.
Oh no, it's insane. I have no words. It's literally mind blowing to see the amazing feedback it's gotten in a little over a few days, like this past weekend.
It hasn't even been a week. I
was like, Mom, it's like #1 right now, and it's only been like 3 days.
That's the Netflix effect, though. That's the Netflix effect. Look at all the Netflix shows. Like,
oh my gosh, it was insane, and I was just like going through my social media and like getting DMs from like viewers in Germany, viewers in Italy, and I'm like, this is such a mind-blowing experience I would have never anticipated, but it's like so well deserved, the production team behind this and like the creators, and I'm just so proud and grateful to be a part of it.
It just looks so good, and it's so the cinematography is amazing. Could we just give props to the cinematography team?
Oh yeah, no, they did their thing. They did what they do.
That's my favorite thing though about Netflix, and I'm watching shows from like all around the world as well, and like I just love that. Like you have access to so many amazing shows, and like gotta give it up for Netflix for that. It's like one of my favorite things.
It's a great family to be a part of. So many creators and masterminds. I love it.
It's so amazing. When people get a chance to see the show, the obvious answer to this question is you hope they're entertained, you hope they like it, but like diving into it a little bit more, what do you hope they'll get out of it when they watch Archive 81, Ariana?
So my favorite thing and what I hope people take away from Archive is just forming their own theories of what they think might happen next or what's to come. Talking to my friends and families, I've binged it over the weekend. They're like, oh, I think this is going to happen. Or like, I hope this person meets this person. So I just love seeing people using their creativity, like putting the pieces of the puzzle together. And the brilliant creators made it like an open-ended ending for the season. So I just can't wait to see like what possibility lies.
There's a lot of Jess theories. There's no shortage of theories about your character.
I don't even know what to believe. I'm like, you might be right, you might be wrong. I don't know.
That's the thing too. Is that like a misconception too? Like you have no idea. Like you're in the same boat as everyone.
We're along for the ride, and honestly, I'm here for it. I'm here for anything. So
it's one of those shows though. Like it's hard to do theories. I mean, it's a binge. Like I did it in 2 days. I didn't do the whole 8 in 1 day. I couldn't handle it. But you watch an episode or two, you have like ideas or theories, and then you're like on episode 4, and you're like, okay, what I thought about like 2 episodes ago, like no, like it's hard to have theories because things happen to get thrown a wrench, and it's just like
changes constantly. You just got the wheel running. You're like, oh wait, no, now we got to change it. And I'm like, yep.
That's so interesting. It's so cool that you said that about how the show is a slow burn, and it totally is, but like not with your character at all. It just like
No, Jess is just she's speeding.
But did you notice that in the script? That like, did you know? Like, can you even like notice that though? Like the pace of like the arc and growth of your character. Like, did you notice that in the script?
No, I auditioned with the very first scene that we see with Jess and the interview that she has with Melody. So it was no secret that I knew she was gonna be going through some pretty supernatural weird thing. But I don't know. It was really hard to kind of divulge into like what Jess could have like gone through. So honestly, I went through like the basics of Jess. Like she's this teenage girl and she like enjoys doing these things for these people. But then you have to like kind of uncover like the mindset behind going through all this really dark stuff. So I had to go out of my comfort zone. I like met together with like Dina and like the creators just to see like where they think Jess should be going, and we just kind of went with it. Just kind of
Absolutely.
with it.
And it's so great. I'm so happy for you and the cast and the crew. It's so amazing. Ariana, thank you so much for taking some time and coming on Popternative to chat about Archive 81. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I had so much fun.
So it's available now and people can watch it on Netflix. And you know what they could do? If they have watched it already, they can watch it again, right?
They can. Netflix is there. You got it. It's yours.
And where can people follow you on social media to keep up to date with everything?
Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram. It's just my name, Ariana Neal. You can also find me on Twitter, Ariana Neal 16. And anything else, you can look me up on Google. I'm pretty sure I'll pop up somewhere. So, yeah.
Amazing. Well, this has been Popturnative, youtube.com/Popturn for previous episodes. You're going to be able to catch Ariana Neal as Jess in Archive 81, which is currently streaming worldwide on Netflix, all 8 episodes, season 1. Until next time, this is Ariana Neal and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popturnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popturnative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popturnative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.